What's up, traders? So welcome to another weekly market analysis. This weekly market analysis covers for the trading period of this coming week, which has already opened. The market, I'm analyzing this while the market has already opened on Monday at 2:35 a.m. So looking at this week, we're going to be having some heavy news. Remember that last week NFP was postponed, therefore we should be expecting NFP reading this Wednesday. Then on Thursday again we have some heavy GBP news as well as USD news. Then on Friday we're going to be having the CPI and also some Euro news. Now let's jump into the charts and start analyzing and seeing what the opportunities that we have for the week. So we'll start with the dollar index.
Have you heard all the Forex hype online? Flashy cars, false profits? Here, we are not about the hype. We are about the skill. Our training is real, practical, and beginner friendly. We will train you how to analyze the market, risk management, and also how to grow your account step by step. You can visit us at Spar Mall, second floor, S47, or give us a call on our number, which is in all our social media platforms, to book your slot and start your journey to financial freedom.
So looking at the dollar index, what we are having right now is that the price is approaching the key levels that we had earlier highlighted. So we have this supply zone here and this supply zone over here. So at those points is where I expect some reaction in the market. If at all price fails to react on this level, then we should also be looking for the next level for reaction of the same. Now that is it for the dollar index. So remember that the dollar index on the higher time frame is bearish, and the move that is happening is just a retracement to fulfill what the retracement. That is what is happening. Now, having looked at the dollar index, then let's look at the pairs and what we are having right now. So last week the AUD closed very bullish. So let's look at where price is at the moment. So price is actually sitting on a key level of supply zone, that is on the 4-hour time frame. So if you can check and see, last week we had this week over here, which price did not close below the 4-hour. So if at all we had closed below here, then it means that we would be very definite that at least the price had a break of structure here, so which did not happen. We just had a price wicked below, then quickly turned on the other side. Now looking at where price is sitting right now, we are at key level of supply on the 4-hour time frame, and if at all this zone is not able to hold the price, and that is what we are having right now. Actually, price is rejecting or reacting on that level, and it's breaking it massively. So then it means that we will be looking for higher prices on our USD. So because if at all that level is not able to hold, then what we should be expecting is price to break higher, then give a retracement from the 4-hour time frame before we can start pushing higher. So if at all also price is able to reject on that level, which is very less likely, because okay, depending on how price closes, because we cannot talk actually before we have the candle close above the zone. So if that zone is able to reject the prices, then what we'll be looking for is confirmations to go short and to go on to these levels that price had come from, that is this level here. Now let's look at Euro USD. So Euro USD, so what I am anticipating from Euro USD, let's look at the higher time frame. So from the higher time frame daily, what you can see is price closed bullish for the last day of last week. Now looking at the 4-hour time frame, what I see is that last week we had a pretty bad consolidation. Price was not moving for a better part of last week. So now for this particular week, what I'm looking forward to is if at all price can be able to push higher, then we have this 4-hour supply zone that the price might be reacting from. So therefore it means that this level here, this high level of the consolidation box might be acting as our very good liquidity before we can go short on here. So if at all we have good confirmation on this level, then we should be looking to go short until these levels of demand zone, which is a daily demand zone. That is it for the Euro USD. And what if price is not able, what if the current supply zone, immediate 4-hour supply zone, is not able to hold the price? Therefore it means that we should be seeing a resumption of the bullish momentum. Therefore price breaking above, then coming to pull back deeper, then before we can see a bullish resumption of the bullish momentum on Euro USD. GBP USD. GBP USD. Now if you're wondering what's happening on my charts, is I just realized that I had done all 40 minutes analysis, but the video was not recording, so this is very bad for me, and these are times of the hours, so I'm just basically repeating the recording. Now GBP USD, what we are having right now, now looking at the daily, we had a bullish last day of last week. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we had a very good lower high, lower low, lower high, and what we are looking again is for price to give us a lower high before we take it price to this demand zone here. Now therefore it means that this immediate supply zone, 4-hour supply zone, which is here, will be a very good place for us to look for shots. So this would be an ideal point where we want to see price coming, giving us good confirmation before you go short on GBP USD. So that is it for GBP USD. NZUSD, if at all the current price level is able to hold the price, which is a 4-hour supply zone, then it means that we should be seeing NZUSD going down, just a similar move as what we have highlighted on GBP USD. So but we keep watching on how price reacts on the current supply zone, because price is currently sitting on a supply zone. USD JPY. So USD JPY, from the daily level, let's look and see. Okay, so this is what we were actually projecting for last week. We were looking for price to give this deeper correction, which has actually been happening. So for USD JPY is a very selfish pair, because tell me why we had this whole move without a retracement. So because what I was looking for last week is that I was looking for a retracement. Once we had the break of this last lower high, I was looking for a deeper retracement correction into this level before we can take price to this level, but that did not happen. Therefore it means that I missed the whole of that move, and actually it happens, and once price does that, you cannot do anything. So looking at this week, price is first will be approaching the key level of supply zone for a supply zone. So what we are looking for is for price to come to this level, give us a change of character on the lower time frame before we can as our confirmation to go short on USD JPY. So you'll be watching on that immediate supply level, so that to know the next course of action on that particular pair. So USD CAD. So USD CAD, I actually had a trade last week. So USD CAD was just a similar setup with USD JPY. So once we had this change of character on M15, I came. Let me just remove all these so that I can explain to you. I had a very good setup on USD CAD. So once we had this change of character here, so I pulled my Fibonacci from this level to this level. So, and we had the 50% Fibonacci retracement there. So that was my entry level. Stop loss was just below this swing over here, and then I was targeting a 1:2. And once price hit my 1:2, price also dropped heavily. So this was the it is a signature setup that you can actually take advantage of anytime that you see. Now looking at where price is at the moment, we did not close below here on this level, so price failed to close. Actually price wicked on this level here. Therefore it means that we might see this immediate supply zone being taken off with the open of this week. So we might see price coming to react on this deeper supply zone. If at all it holds, then we'll be looking for shots from that particular level for USD CAD. Now let's look at Euro JPY. So Euro JPY, hey, I'm telling you, Yani, you recording for talking for almost 1 hour. Once you go to the recordings and you find you don't have the recordings, the file recording, oh my goodness, it feels so bad. So this is what we are having on let me just remove this. This is what we are having on Euro JPY. So Euro JPY, last week but one, I think the second week, is it the last week of January, I had this setup here. So it was a buy setup, and it took almost a week to mature. Now over to this week, what we are looking at is that the price has already taken this liquidity here. I'd mark this the level as a level of liquidity. Now price is already in this, is fast approaching this key level of supply. So if at all this supply zone is able to hold, then it means that we'll be going to the lower time frame, which is the M15, to look for a what? To look for change of character. So we want to see this last high low being validated, which is will mark our change of character here. So if at all price breaks below this level, then gives us a retracement. Maybe we can give it a 50% retracement, and we'll be looking to short Euro JPY on that level. So that is the that is the signature setup that we should be looking for. If at all you've been watching my videos, then you know the kind of entries that I make and how I make them. Now GBP JPY, almost a similar setup as Euro JPY. Now remember that we said that we highlighted and said this was our change of character, which informs us why we are bearish on GBP JPY. Now from the higher time frame, what you can see is that the price actually we were looking for this move last week, and it really happened good, but we were looking to take a short position once price approached this supply zone, but we were not able to take a position. Price left so fast without us. So I had set a setup in my community, but I was not able to take it personally because price left so soon and so fast. Now looking at this week, what I'm looking for or anticipating is that now we had this major drop, and the price is again back into that supply zone. Now looking at how price closed last week, if at all price had closed with a body candlestick beyond this level, then we will be really saying that this level has already been violated. But looking at how the price wicked on this 4-hour zone, then I am a little bit convinced that price also still has the possibility of pushing lower. Now what we are having is that price is retesting this 4-hour supply zone for the second time. Therefore what we'll be looking for is a bearish confirmation, a bearish confirmation to go short. Now as you can see, actually we have some big momentum coming in on the M15, so similarly to Euro JPY. So what we'll be looking forward to is, if at all price is able to break this last higher low of the M15, then this would be our signal to go short. Yes, this would be our signal to go short. So what we are looking for is a break of this level, a retracement to the 50%, then we can take the price down with us. So that is the kind of setup that I want to see on GBP JPY. So we should give it some few hours, because I would like to take this short position once the London Open session begins, because during the Asian session there's a lot of you're not sure, because we want to see either the Asian low or high being violated. There is usually a liquidity grab after the Asian session, so we want to see this setup happening during the London session, so we should keep watching on that. Now CAD JPY, which will be also my my second last pair, so just a similar setup on just like a GBP JPY and the Euro JPY. So as you can see, price is actually sitting on a key level of supply on the 4-hour time frame, going down to the lower time frame. So you want to see a change of character with a violation of this last higher low before we go short on CAD JPY. Now before we close, I would also like to review gold, which is a setup that we had looked at last week, and I would like to show you a setup that I had already highlighted. Now looking at gold, last week I had mentioned that the level that I want to see gold reacting onto would be this level, and gold did exactly the same. Now looking at the 4-hour time frame, we had this massive rejection, and going down to the M15, that is where we would have gotten, or that is where we got our setup from. So I want to quickly show you the setup and how we took it in our trading community. So this is the setup. So this was the last let me just remove this and show you. So of course this was the last break of structure going down, and a break of this was marked a change of character. Therefore you pull your Fibonacci from this level to this level, the 50% as your entry point, stop loss below this swing low here, and a take profit of 1, target of 1:2. That would be a very good setup if at all you had watched my previous weekly market analysis. You can just revisit it and see how high are they projected for gold, and it actually happened that way. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and in case you need our full training and mentorship, my number is below on the description box. You can hit me up, and we'll take it your trading to the next level. So remember, we have this amazing course for you. We offer the forex trading and crypto trading course as well. So this is the full training and mentorship that you will be undergoing once you enroll into our classes. See you on the next one, and I'll keep you posted on the trades that I'll be taking on in my trading community. Make sure to join the Telegram below. See you on the next one. Bye bye.